Hi, Pam DuBois with DMV Real Estate. So happy and grateful that you're able to join us today. I have as my special guest speaker, Wayne from 6 McLean and Associates, and Wayne's going to talk to us about appraisals and the appraisal process. And I guess first of all, Wayne, tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been in the business.
This is my 39th year of being an appraiser. It's all I've really done since college. We have 7 appraisers and 2 full-time secretaries that have been with us a long time, and we'll do about 2,200 appraisals here in Frederick County this year.
Wow, so that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah, we do a lot of farms and apartment buildings, but I don't do commercial or industrial.
No commercial.
No, just mostly houses, farms, land, that type of thing.
Okay. What are you seeing as far as what's going on with the appraisal market right now, as far as the contract sales price and the appraised value of the properties? Are you seeing?
We're seeing some appreciation in certain ranges. We're in what I call a split market.
Okay.
500 and under, the houses are going up in value. Once you get over 500, it's about as flat as this table. The problem has been on the high end has been a lot of the big employers have pulled out of Maryland. Bechtel.
Okay.
Bechtel left down here. State Farm, I don't know what State Farm's going to do with that building over there. It's
a
monster building over here. It's only like 20% occupied. They're moving everybody to Charlottesville or down to Florida. We're doing a lot of State Farm reloads. So we don't have all those Bechtel people coming in that need $700,000 and $800,000 houses, and all the State Farm people. They're not coming in anymore. So that's really hurt the high end. But the houses under like 400 are selling fast.
The market.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they really are. Yeah, they're doing very well. And then like 400 to 500, we've been seeing around 4% appreciation since the market turned. The market was flat from the end of 2010 to the end of 14. For 4 years, the market was very flat. And at the end of 14, now we've been seeing it come up about 4% a year. So
we're starting pretty good.
Well, we're starting to make up some of that gain that we lost because the market dropped about 35% from the peak in June of 2005. The market here dropped about 35%. So now we've made up about 25% of it. So we're filling the bucket. We're filling the bucket back up. It's not filled yet, but there's still a number of people. If you go out to list a house, and they bought it in like 07, 08, they're still going to be upside down probably.
Right.
But it's getting better. It's getting better.
A little bit how the market is.
Yeah. So we're seeing competitive bids, seeing multiple offers, and sometimes they don't appraise because the realtors just jack the price up. You know, you got 3 people wanting it, you know.
And
they just jack the price and add all the closing on top and everything else. Is like, we don't have any sales to support that. So
so what happens?
You can kind of go up one step, but you can't jump the whole flight of stairs
all
at one time.
Up,
it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I remember I had one property that I think that we had like 10 offers on it, and we had nothing to support the value.
We have a lot of good appraisers here in Frederick, and you need to know that the prices are going up. We make time adjustments. It's going up, so it's...
Oh, so you do make adjustments?
Yeah, I mean, we're not Santa Claus. Santa comes in December, and it's April, so it's not. We're not going to give you whatever the number is.
Right.
But
makes sense.
You got to be able to support it and document it. But things are good right now. I can tell you, right now we have 1,017 homes for sale, which is a little bit of an undersupply.
Okay,
Which should really be about 1,250 would be a little more normal. So right now, it's tilted a little towards the seller because a lot of people want to buy, and so it's kind of a little bit of a seller's market. Now that number was 820 about 45 days ago, and that number's going to go probably to 1,250.
So it's going, it's
going up. Well, everybody waits till when the flowers are blooming and everything else to put their house up for sale.
The spring market is hit.
Yeah, it's taken a while to go up though because so many homes are going under contract so quickly. Last week, 123 went under contract. That's 13% of inventory went under contract in 1 week. I mean, at that rate, in 9 weeks, if nothing new came on the market in 9 weeks, all the inventory would be gone.
It's gone
because you're selling 123
properties,
and you only got 1,000, so you'd be sold out. Although realistically, that's not going to happen because there's a lot of overpriced houses, and a lot of them aren't neutral. If your house isn't neutral,
the overpriced ones.
I did a house yesterday, and It's, it's just, it looks like grandma's house. It's got all those borders around the room and
No
painted different
updates or
colors,
anything,
and every
yeah.
carpet in every room's a different color.
Yeah.
And they need to make some changes there, or that house just isn't going to sell. Or it's going
Okay.
to sell cheap, and the
Okay.
buyer's going to make all the changes. So
Okay.
house has to be in good condition to sell.
Right, yeah, that's one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about as far as, like, a lot of times you hear that sellers will say, well, you know what, let the buyers come in and make their own choices as far as the paint and carpet. They can choose their own carpet, and they can choose their own paint.
That's fine,
basically.
adjust your price.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you fix it up and make it look good, it'll sell quicker too. It won't be on the market.
Right, it won't stay. And
kitchen and baths are the most really important.
Right, updating the kitchen and the bathrooms as far as putting money in there.
That's the two biggies right there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you seeing as far as, okay, one big question I had for you is, let's say the HVAC system in the home is 20 years old, okay? And a seller basically says, okay, I'm going to go ahead and replace the HVAC system.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, okay, that's going to, bring us maybe another $5,000 or something like that.
It might cost $8 and they'll get $5. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not going to get dollar for dollar, but it's going to make it sell a lot quicker.
Right.
And buyers look at a house and they look at the roof and they look at the electric and the plumbing and they see how worn out everything is. And if a house is like a car that's just been run to death, they're going to realize, man, I'm going to have to drop some bucks in this place soon.
Right.
So they take that into account in their price. Whereas inversely, if a house is all fixed up and if updated the kitchens and baths and electric and it's all looking good and the roof and the siding is looking good, they're like, oh man, I can live here and not have to spend too much. They feel much better about it and are willing to pay a little extra.
A little extra for it, right. Sure. And the same thing, I guess, basically with the roof. I mean, because that's a maintenance thing, as far as actually the rates.
Yeah. It's like putting new tires on your car and then selling your car. I mean, you're not going to get all the money back on the tires, but it's certainly going to help it to sell and bring a little better price. Yeah, sure.
Right.
So
makes sense. Yeah. Finished basement. Normally, I mean, I know that gives more value to the home. What do you think as far as thoughts?
Well, typically for a basement, it's usually somewhere around $20 a foot. For a basement finish, and then it would be a lump sum adjustment for a bath. So let's say you had a 2,000 square foot colonial house with a 1,000 square foot basement, and let's say you finished an 800 square foot club room in the basement. That would be about $20 a foot. So 2/8, that'd be about $16,000 to finish it, and then about maybe $6,000 lump sum for a bath. So that'd be $22,000 to finish the basement. Gives you a lot more square footage, and in some cases, some neighborhoods, it helps to sell your house better if you have a finished basement. Now, sometimes we're over 55 communities and stuff. We have these over 55 communities because then the builder doesn't have to pay the impact fee. You save the impact fee because the old people don't put kids in school. And all that. So you save the impact fee, but then you're limiting. Your buyer has to be 55 and over. Yeah. And in those neighborhoods, a lot of times, finished basement's that's not that big, but that older people, they don't want to get down the steps.
Right, that's true.
They just want to live on one floor and be happy. It doesn't matter if someone looking to buy, they're not that concerned. But young family with kids and put those kids down in the basement, let them go wild,
Right.
So it's a little different.
Right.
The age, what age person you're dealing with is, and these millennials, I'll tell you one thing about these millennials, they like the house to be right. They don't want to, I don't know if they're lazy or too busy to work or what's wrong. They don't want to paint. They don't want to fix anything up. They want that house to be perfect when they buy it.
Right. You're absolutely right. Just
they
walk
pick
in
it to death. They try and pick, but you can't pick it to death like you right now because if another buyer will come in when you
you'll lose it. Multiple offer situations basically. What about the stainless steel appliances? A lot of people are like, oh, we want a house with stainless steel appliances.
I mean that's the trend. Granite countertops, stainless appliances.
Yeah.
That's kind of what everybody wants right now.
Does it bring us any more value?
Oh yeah, it does.
It does.
I mean, granite's a lot more expensive than you have 3 types of countertops. You have Formica, which is the cheapest, and people don't like Formica. Then you have other solid surface, Corian, and different other types of solid surface. They're good too. But granite's kind of the
best,
the premier.
Right now, basically.
And stainless. Everybody likes the stainless appliances. That's kind of a trend or a fad, or that's what people. And they're nice. That's what people want.
And a garage. How about
well,
the
yeah, it
garages?
depends on what price range you're in.
Yeah.
Well, everybody wants a garage.
Yeah. And would you, let's say, a home with the garage, an extra $20,000? How would you
For a two-car versus
two-car.
no garage?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the age and what
Okay.
price range you're in. But in general, yeah, about $10,000 a bay would be a pretty good.
Okay, so about $20,000.
Yeah, for a two-car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else that you can think of that that we're missing? I guess basically as far as
well, here in Frederick County, have
process.
acreage is a big thing up here.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to buy a place that
Farmland.
has farmland and has
Yeah.
acreage, and it's nice to have.
Right.
It's nice to have acreage and privacy, and you can
Right.
sit out on your patio and not see anyone else. It's
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier you do a lot of VAs.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that. Yeah.
Oh, they're good. VAs
Yeah.
are good. I like doing VAs.
And with the VA, basically, you're also doing, I guess, more of an inspection when you're doing.
yeah,
the
same with
appraisal.
FHA and
FHA
also,
government,
and
yeah.
also the Maryland State programs too. So
Okay.
all three of those programs. Now there, the people put a small down payment. So
Right. Zero down on the
they
VA.
have,
Right.
well, yeah, they have minimum property standards that the house has to meet.
Yeah.
I did a house this morning. It needs to be graded. It's
Mhm.
when the water rains really hard, it runs down against the foundation.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to bring in to get that loan. They're gonna have to bring in a load of dirt, and instead of it sloping in this way towards the house, it's got to slope away from the house. Yeah, so you
right.
make them do that. Has an old rotten shed. I mean, that's just an eyesore. And if kids go out there and play or whatever, somebody get hurt, they got to take that shed down. I mean,
Right,
so they have very specific lead paint and very
Guidelines.
specific guidelines. Yeah, for the roof.
Yeah.
If the roof has less than 2 years, you have to put a new roof on. So.
Really?
Heck
With
yeah.
VA, I didn't know that.
Heck yeah.
I did not know that. That's
Well,
a new thing to know.
you don't want to lend somebody no money down and then they have nothing in the house and then
Yeah.
2 years later it needs a roof and they don't have the money to do the roof.
Okay.
Then guess what? Foreclosure city. I mean,
Right.
that's why they have guidelines.
So that is, how about FHA?
Same
thing,
way,
they-
2 years.
2 years.
If it's
but
less
then
than 2 years,
they need
life.
to put a new roof in the.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's something new that we've learned today.
Well, buyer's
Yeah.
going to recognize that too.
Yeah.
That's why people get home inspections. Home inspections are good.
Yeah.
Tell you how old the furnace is. Tell you what. That way you know how much you can anticipate how much money you're going to have to spend in
Yeah.
the future besides your mortgage payment.
But with conventional, basically, you.
Conventional's looser because
yeah.
in most cases
You
you're
don't
putting a
even
minimum
see.
of 10% down, so their guidelines are a little more
Yeah.
lenient.
And the lender doesn't even really see the home inspection report.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know, with the
conventional's a
conventional.
little more because
Yeah.
there's less risk because you're putting money. You got money in, you got skin in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you get it out? I mean, do you only do Frederick County or do you go any other areas?
I've been doing some VAs over in Washington County. They needed some help over there, and occasionally I did a relocation over in the Carroll County line, but mostly Frederick County.
Everything in Frederick County.
Try to. I mean, I've got plenty of work right here.
Okay.
And I actually got more work than we can even handle right now.
Really?
I probably turned down, I know, 2 or 3 jobs
The
today.
the spring market is hit. Yeah,
Oh, it is.
That's awesome.
It is. Yeah, we don't have to turn work down very often, but right now
Yeah.
it's nuts. It's good. Everybody, every spring market, everybody waits till spring to put their house on, and things are hopping.
Yeah.
It's rocking and rolling. Things are pretty good.
Okay.
I don't want to see it like it was back in '01 though, when
I
it was
know.
crazy. Prices went up 20% a year.
Yeah, I went.
For 4
yeah.
years. I mean, people's income didn't go up 80% in 4 years. And
Yeah, we don't have that many properties for that
No.
to happen, right?
No, we don't.
Yeah,
Inventory's
it's
pretty low right now.
Yeah.
And one thing of interest, I haven't looked at the numbers, but I already know what they're going to say. It takes 3 times as long to sell in Frederick County. It takes 3 times as long to sell a $700,000 house as it does a $350,000 house.
Oh wow.
Because there aren't as many buyers. The
For that
350s, they
price
come on, they're
range,
nice,
yeah.
man, they get piled on.
Yeah.
But you get up in that 700, it's a little slow. So it takes 3 times. I don't sell real estate, but if I did, I'd rather have 2 $350,000 houses than one
700,000.
Because when they
as
as they get bigger, fewer and fewer showings, and the buyers get pickier and pickier.
Well, see, and you get that down in Montgomery County, $700,000.
Well, down there,
it's like that.
right. It's
Yeah.
all relative.
Multiple
yeah.
offers. And they're gone, Yeah.
So it's all relative, and
To the
my son
area.
my son and I have a place in D.C. and
Yeah.
in Cleveland Park, and shoot,
Oh,
man,
that's a great
you
area.
can't buy anything down there for less than
Yeah.
Shaq's 900,000 down
Yeah.
there. I mean,
Cleveland
that's-
Park is a nice area,
Yeah,
definitely.
the Van Ness area, that's very nice,
Yeah.
but housing is so expensive down there.
Yeah, yeah, the more you go
So,
down.
All relates to where you live and driving time and that type of thing.
Right, location.
Even here, you start
yeah.
going north and west, the prices really get cheap.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
keep going out, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah,
Today.
no problem.
Any other add-ons that you'd like to add?
I think it's a good time to buy a house. I'm not like promoting. I'm not. You didn't pay me or something to say this or something.
No.
Yeah, I would say that I like graphs, and the market peaked in June of 2005, and then it dropped 35%. And at the end of 2010, it went flat for 4 years. So now we're starting that up market. So it's a good time like I told all my kids, I have 3 boys, I said to them all, buy a house, buy a house. They've all bought houses.
Yeah.
And they've all experienced some appreciation. So
it's a good time.
Yeah, you don't want to buy, it's like buying a stock. You don't want to buy a stock at the peak and then have the damn thing drop on you.
Yeah.
Or and you don't want to buy it when it's flat and have it be worth the same thing 5 years later, well, than what you paid now. So it's a good time to buy because we're starting up and I don't see anything slowing it for a while. So it's
do
a
it
good
now
time.
before it goes up.
Yeah, and here again, it's not I'm not giving you some sales pitch or something. So I'm not trying to talk somebody into buying a house. I'm just saying.
It's always a great investment.
I like where we are now. A nice steady 4%. It's sweet. I like where we are right now. It's really good. It's nice for us. Things are good. I really like.
It's a great time.
Well, we went through the prices dropping, and people want to refi. Their house is worth $20,000 less than what they paid, and went through
past that.
Yeah, we went through that. We went through the down market, and we went through the flat market. So now we're finally. It's like now we're finally at. You know what I mean?
I know what you're
It's like doing some kind of a job, and you did all the crappy work. Now we got the easy stuff. Now I like where we are.
Yeah, it's a good spot to be. Thank you so much, Wayne Six, for being with us today.
Oh, you're welcome.
We really appreciate your time, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Please, if you look at us, please touch the like button. Any comments, any questions that you have, we'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Thank you so much again for your time, and we'll talk to you soon.